Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. So today we would like to present our presentation about pragmatics. So our group are Manuk, Rangga Ardeaswara, Winsi, Elpril, Yohana, Andrea. So without any further ado, let's check it out and happy watching. Okay, the first phenomenon that I found in pragmatics is diaxis. So when I was listening to the music on YouTube a few days ago, I remember the lyrics contained diaxis. So we can see on the PPT, the first song is Love is Gone. The singer is Fender. And the second song is Lemon Tree. The singer is Fool's Garden. And last but not least is my favorite song. Um, it is You Raise Me Up, and the singer is Josh Groban. Yeah. So from its lyric, let's identify the deixis and its types. But before that, let's remember what deixis is and its types. As we know that deixis means pointing by a language, and there are three types. The first is person deixis, means to point things and people. For example, I, you, us, them, me, and so on. And the second one is spatial deixis, means to point the location. For example, this, that, here, there. And the last is temporal deixis, means to point to time. For example, now, yesterday, tomorrow, a few days ago, and so on. All the types of deixis have to be interpreted the speaker has in mind. So let's check the deixis in the lyrics. Okay, from the first lyric, I'm sorry, don't leave me. I want you here with me. I as person deixis and me as person deixis, and then I want you here with me. I as person deixis, you also as person deixis, here as a spatial deixis, and me as person deixis. So from the first lyric we have found 5 person deixis and a spatial deixis. All right, let's move to the second lyric. Yesterday you told me about the blue sky. I think it's very clear. The first yesterday is temporal deixis, and you told me, you and me as person deixis. All right, and the last lyric is that I'm still and wait here in the silence. I as person deixis and here as spatial deixis. So from the last lyric, we only found 2 deixis. The first one, I as person deixis, and the second one, spatial deixis, is here. All right, I think let's move to the second example. Next slide, please. Okay, for the second example, I've got from a comic. Let's check it out. Suneo, it's giant. It is a person deixis. And I'm not scared of you anymore. I and you as person deixis. And the next one is because I have the strongest body, I as person deixis. And who would that be? That here as a spatial deixis. And that capsule must be on there. Yeah, that and there as spatial deixis. I have to hurry, I as person deixis. And it's Suneo, it as person deixis. What was that? That here as spatial deixis. And as if I listen to you, I and you as person deixis. And the last but not least, from now on, you have to listen to me now as temporal deixis and you and me as person deixis. All right, guys, I think that's all about deixis and the phenomenon that I've got. Let's move to the second phenomenon.
Okay, so here we have presupposition. What the speaker or writer assumes is true or known by a listener or reader can be described as presupposition. In a more general way, we design our linguistic message on the basis of large-scale assumptions about what our listeners already know. Some of these assumptions may be mistaken, of course, but mostly they are appropriate. For the first example, there is a conversation in a movie series I just watched by Nickelodeon with the title Sam and Cat. It's written here, where did he find 12 gallons of fake blood? The presupposition is that he here find 12 gallons of fake blood. Another example is taken from YouTube, where the creator said that he regrets buying iPhone 12 Pro Max. The presupposition is the content creator bought iPhone 12 Pro Max. Next slide, please. Here, the third example is a news that was posted by an Instagram account named Invia_fact. The news is Depok disebut dengan kota dengan polusi terparah di Indonesia. The presupposition from this news is there is a city in Indonesia named Depok. And the last example is taken from TikTok. Here is a girl who was talking about some Korean artist boys. She said, if they are in the same group, who do you think will be the visual? The presupposition is that they that refers to the boys are not in the same groups. That's all about the presupposition. We will move to the next topic. Next slide, please.
All right, so I would like to explain about the politeness. Before I jump to the example, I would like to explain a bit about what is politeness about. And as we can think of politeness in general terms as having to do with ideas like being tactful, modest, and nice to other people, from this one, the most important concept is face. And then this is the emotional or social sense of self that everyone has expects everyone else to recognize. So as we can see, the example from the first one is, Professor, I was wondering if you could tell us about the Chamber of Secrets. This example is taken from the movie Hermione in Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets. And the next one is, would you mind stepping aside? I got a bookcase to make. And this example is taken from Eric Chapman in Cartman Land. So as you can see from this example, that it removes the assumption of social power, and then this makes the request less threatening to other person's face. And then the last example from Face Saving Act is, sir, the gentleman asked with a twang in his voice that was unmistakably southern, would it bother you terrible if I joined you? So as you can see about the politeness, it has would, could, even please, but I just gave the example about would. And then whenever it says something that lessens the possible threat to another's face, it can be described as a face-saving act. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is about a face-threatening act. The first one is about maybe you should shut up. It's taken from the YouTube, from the lyric of the song. And then the next one is, I'm father's only daughter. What would you get out of my death? And then, God Lord, where is he? What's the matter, Cherry? So as you can see from those examples that if it says something that would present a threat to another person's self-image, that is called as a face-threatening act. As you can see from those pictures of the movie that it shows being threatened, it can be also seen as negative face. That negative face is need to be independent and reform, but negative or negative face doesn't mean bad. It's just simply the opposite of positive face. I think that's all from politeness. I can move into the next phenomenon. Thank you.
Okay, next phenomenon is direct and indirect speech. So first, we're gonna talk about direct speech. Direct speech describes when something is being repeated exactly as it was. It usually in between a pair of inverted commas. So as we can see from the examples, first is from Lucas Graham's lyric. So you can see this, this lyric. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. And the second is from the lyric. As we can see, I said, I already told you, I think that you should get some rest. And the last is from Nikki, and the title Every Summertime. You can see that there is direct speech. You say, baby, think we're moving too fast. Okay, this is another examples from comic. First, we can see on the picture, the girl said, no way, I'm not gonna be your accomplice in a fellow. And the second is the comic from Prayer Props by Jeffrey Smith. So you can read by yourself uh, about this comic. Okay, next we're gonna talk about indirect speech. Indirect speech is used to report what someone may have said, and so it is always used in the past tense. Instead of using inverted commas, we can show that someone's speech is being described by using the word that to introduce the statement first. Indirect speech will still share the same information, but instead of expressing someone's comments or speech by directly repeating them, it involves reporting or describing what was said. An obvious difference is that with indirect speech, you won't use inverted commas. For example, from this lyric, first lyric from Justin Bieber, she said it's her first time. And the second is from Yung Tori. The lyrics is she said I'm ugly. She tried to dub me. So another examples of indirect is from the lyric. You said that you'd never been. And next is from one of the verse on the Bible. And when they found not his body, they came saying that they had also seen a vision of angels, which said that he was alive. And the last, the last example is from the lyric by Sam Smith. You say I'm crazy. Okay, I think that's all our result of our discussion. Thank you so much, and I hope you are healthy and stay safe in your home. Thank you.